Right, a very good afternoon to you all. I hope you're all good. Here we go again. It's Tuesday, the 7th of May 2024. Take three. I've done two videos and I've had two deliveries in the last 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm hoping this will be third time lucky. Right, so we'll have a look at the weather patterns for the next week and the trends for up to 2 weeks. Start where we usually do, taking a look at the central England temperature. After 6 days into the month, we're running at 12.4 degrees. And that's 1.3 degrees above average. So yes, this anomalous warmth goes on and on and on. I'm going to do a little bit of research to find out when the last below average month was. Perhaps one of you guys and girls could perhaps have a look at that as well. I think it's a fair way back into the past. Right, well, the warmth has taken hold. A summer pattern is now in control and we are running temperatures on the up. Current top of hots, 21 degrees at Exeter Airport. 21 is the magic 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Many other stations across many parts of central and southern parts of the UK are running close to or just above 20 degrees. So yeah, all very, very pleasant, all very welcome after the last few months. And if we take a look at the facts chart, this was at noon today. There you go. High pressure started to push in from the southwest. It's joined forces with that high pressure that's been giving quite a warm spell of weather over parts of southern Scandinavia, and it's settling things down. You can see there's a lot of frontal activity down towards the south of France. That was all yesterday's rain, and to all intents and purposes, we are high and dry in the UK. Just one or two fronts just frisking the far northeast of Scotland and down the North Sea. And over the course of the next few days, not a lot changes. Far north of Scotland, I think, will always be at risk of some fronts at times. So if we take a look at the jet stream forecast, you don't get away with a forecast that often without me showing these. So it's the old pebble in the stream. It's back. That's an area of high pressure, sending all of the frontal activity, the low pressure of the fronts, the rain further north at the moment. And if we just run this forward through for the next few days, so this is tomorrow, this is Thursday, this is Friday, this is Saturday, and this is Sunday. Yeah, there you go, the pebble or the boulder in the stream, keeping most of the UK high and dry. And then just notice by this stage, we're starting to draw in a more of a southeasterly feed, a warmer direction. So temperatures will be on the up. And even if we move into the early part of next week, high pressure centres itself over towards Scandinavia. Some low pressure is trying to get in from the south. That will turn things potentially thundery. We'll have a look at the patterns and the trends and the spikes in a moment. But yeah, let's just focus on the positive. We're looking at generally a good 5, 6, 7 days of dry, fine and sunny weather. So this is the facts chart for tomorrow. High pressure in control. This is it on Thursday. This is it on Friday. This is it Saturday. And this is it on, I think we're going to get to Sunday. No, just Saturday. But just over the course of the weekend, that area of high pressure just transfers a little further east towards Denmark, and we start to draw up that warmer air. So I'm thinking we're seeing temperatures probably in the mid-20s over the course of the weekend, and not just the south. This is quite a good spell of weather for most of the UK. But as ever, there are exceptions to the rule. If we take a look at the ECM's take on things, this was from earlier today. And just take that forward. So midday today, we had a few showers breaking out, but yeah, gone is the long sort of like persistent rain that we've had. And any showers that we've had today will generally die out overnight. Going into the night, skies will be clear, but there will be some patchy cloud on the southeast coasts and also on some of those western coasts. But yeah, a dry and a fine night with light winds and patchy mist pretty much everywhere. Right, so tomorrow morning we wake up dry and fine, bit cloudier towards the far north and west of the UK. 1 or 2 showers will develop throughout the course of the late morning into the early afternoon, generally in the inland areas where you're just picking up a little bit of warmth off the land. Land is pretty moisture laden at the moment, so yeah, those thermals will develop into showers, but they shouldn't last too long and they will generally dirt through the course of the afternoon. But note towards the far north of the UK, Northern Ireland, Western Scotland, Northern Scotland, a passing weather front will be bringing in more in the way of cloud, breeze and rain. That will push across Scotland throughout Wednesday night and into Thursday. But yeah, for England, Wales and Ireland as well, by then many parts remaining dry and fine. We go into Thursday, high pressured by then, just sitting itself in the southern North Sea. Thursday, there's perhaps the risk of one or two showers across the southeast of England for a time around the middle part of the day. Perhaps the odd sharp one, but again, very hit and miss. Most places will stay dry. And on Thursday, I think a better day for Scotland, bar perhaps just a few showers here and there. Right, we move forward into Friday. High pressure stays well in control, this time centred itself somewhere over the Netherlands. We're starting to draw in a southerly, a southeasterly feed. Temperatures will be climbing. We'll have a look at the trends in just a moment. And apart from just the odd isolated shower on Friday, most parts of the country are universally dry, fine, sunny and warm with light southerly breezes. Over the course of the weekend, not much changes. High pressure transfers further east. We bring in drier, clearer and even warmer air. As we've mentioned, those temperatures will be climbing quite nicely over the course of the weekend. But towards the end of Saturday, just noticed there was a very weak weather front just fringing the far west of Ireland. Sunday, another dry, fine, warm day. Very warm for some parts, but showers will be breaking out in the far west, I would have thought, perhaps over parts of southwest England and more generally across parts of Scotland over those highlands. Showers further south will be sharp across northwest England for a time before once again they clear. Move forward into Monday, subtle changes by then. This area of low pressure that we've seen trying to push in from the southwest approaches starts to turn things rather more unstable. Just the risk by Monday that we start to develop more heavier showers across many parts of I would have thought the southwest of the UK and parts of western Scotland. But for many eastern parts of the UK, I think you're still going to hold on to the warm, dry and sunny weather. That area of low pressure transfers itself across the south of England on Tuesday. So once again, the risk of some heavy showers and thunderstorms breaking out in parts of the south, parts of Wales, and again across parts of Scotland. But once again, there you go, look at that. Many parts of central and eastern parts of the UK remaining dry and warm. So this is Tuesday next week, so this is all a week away. And if we just run that sequence through, well, it's likely, or it's looking possible, that the actual low pressure, it will start to recede again. Drier weather in the north will start to transfer further south. So it's quite possible that, yes, we go for a bit of a thundery blip towards the sort of the early to middle part of next week, but potentially things may start to recover again. We'll have a look at the temperature trends. This is for Maidstone here in Kent. So as Yaz and the Plastic Population once sang, the only way is up, and that is the case throughout the course of the next week. These temperatures widely going into the 20s. These ensemble spikes generally underplay these maximum temperatures. So normally you can add 3 or 4 to those. So I think it's fair to say that really pretty much every day from the 9th through to around about the 15th in Maidstone, you're going to be seeing temperatures in the low to mid 20s. In terms of your rainfall spikes, well, there you go. Look at that, dry or pretty dry. Just the risk of the odd shower on Thursday afternoon, as we've seen, and more generally around the 13th through to the 15th, as that thundery area low pressure down in the far southwest threatens at least some showers across the Maidstone area in Kent. Move north to Manchester. There we go, Manchester. So a dry signal again for you guys in the northwest of England. Risk of a few showers on Wednesday, the 8th, tomorrow afternoon. But apart from, again, the risk of a few diurnal afternoon showers, you're generally dry, fine and warm, but more organised showers appear to be showing up in the early part of next week in association with the instability from the low pressure coming up from the southwest approaches. Your temperature trends in Manchester are, again, they're on the way up and doing very well in Manchester as well. There will be this easterly or southeasterly feed. You do very well in Manchester under such an airflow. So, yeah, very pleasant for Manchester as well, potentially just dipping down a little bit next week. But that's all said with fairly low confidence. There are still 1 or 2 spikes that keep that warmth maintained. Go north to Manchester, or should we say north to Glasgow. And as I mentioned, this is generally a universally warm period of weather for most parts of the UK, and that includes Glasgow as well. So the trend is upwards for Glasgow. I think you'll be seeing temperatures close to 20 degrees over the course of the weekend if the rain doesn't come in to scupper things for you guys up there. Because if we just take a look at the precipitation spikes, there is a generally dry signal, certainly throughout the course of the next few days, just the risk of a few afternoon showers. And as with Manchester, as with Maidstone, just a chance there will be more general chance of showers and possibly thunderstorms at times in the early part of next week. But looking beyond that, as we've seen with all of them, that trend of the rain building up does seem to recede again from the 16th, 17th onwards. So it's quite possible that next week's blip could just be that. Things could well be starting to settle down as we move towards the 20th of May. So I hope you've all found the forecast useful. Suffice to say, enjoy the warmth, enjoy the sunshine, slap on the sun cream. We're very strong now. It's generally around about a UV 5 or 6 across the UK. It won't take long for you to burn. I'll be back again Friday with the updated thoughts. But in the meantime, all have a lovely remainder of the week and ciao for now.